Now, Emma's still sitting up on the roof, but before I do that, I have just given up and looked up all the stuff that I've missed so far. So let's go do all of that, because boy, is there a lot of it to do. Many things that I missed, many things that I'd like to say you can't blame me for missing. A lot of these things were pretty hard to figure out in the first place. But first off, let's go to the Hirata Estate, which people have been telling me that I've been missing stuff in for, I don't know, the entire playthrough. Hey. Now, the first thing is one of the merchants, specifically the merchant that actually... Did I never pick this up? Huh? Sure am. Did I also never talk to this guy either? Actually, he didn't. I actually just went and threw the bell into the thing in the first place. Well, whatever. There's that thing, which was apparently something I had missed prior to this. So good content. Anyway, right over here is the actual NPC that I'm looking for. You can actually see him right in front of me right now. Hi. But first... No, you don't. Alright, finally. Yes, now I can finally use some of these scales for something or other. Yeah, I sure do. Yeah, it appears to be the, There's where you actually get some of the mask fragments, which is pretty nice. I'm not going to bother with that for right now, though, since I feel like I'm probably going to have to do another playthrough, considering the whole, boss I'm going up against. Seems to be the end of the game. Okay, sure. Great, cool. Well, that's one thing taken care of, and I could probably go do some more stuff, but for right now, I think spending a couple of those scales, which I've been holding on to the entire game, is good for the time being. Yes, he looks like the hand stuck in the toilet in Majora's Mask, which is weird. Anyway, second thing to do is probably the most important thing, an actual, like, tool that I was missing this entire time. Just need to go to the upper part of the river here. Alright, it's right over in this area. And you gotta run through here, which was not clear at all. And also maybe what the second time the consecutive wall jumps have been used in the game. Despite having this introduced quite a while back, well, in this very area, it didn't really come up too much anywhere else except for here now, did it? And I guess this is probably the first time that you would actually find one of these guys. Ah, come on. Eh? No idea what happened there, but I'm not going to worry too much about it. This guy would probably be pretty difficult by the time that you would actually encounter him. Yeah, let's both heal up here. Very similar moveset to Vile Hand. Apparently, like, the Lone Shadows have are pretty much just elite versions of these guys. Again, quite difficult for the point at which I think you would probably encounter this guy. I can see why Ishin was taking them down with ease, though. Really does kind of establish him as quite a tough customer now, doesn't it? And he didn't drop anything good anyway, so cool. And I missed Raven Feathers. I guess it's sort of like the old Hunter's Bone back in... At least judging by the description of it, like the old Hunter's Bone back in Bloodborne. So let's go check that out. I don't know if that's the last prosthetic tool, but it's got to be getting pretty close, especially with the bone whistle now. Suppose I'll be seeing in a couple seconds. All right, here we go. All that remains is feathers. Cool. And that appears to be everything, I think. Ooh, neat. Definitely going to have to look around for however I'm supposed to get those. Guarding enemies, which is pretty good, because that's kind of how I've been using the axe a lot here. Although the shuriken, in all likelihood, is probably the better sort of option, because I really like that weapon. Sen throw. Ridiculous. Anyway, could probably give you a drink again, but not for the time being. For right now, I'm doing some cleanup. Okay, right past the snake here is actually where you want to go to meet up with the monkey, and also to maybe do something to the snake? Now, I'm still not entirely sure what to do here. But I do have the idea of, like, making the monkey dance? Perhaps with the puppeteer ninjutsu? I don't know. Maybe. Not exactly, anything, but, like, maybe? Right through here, then. Now, what's in here? I don't know. I'm kind of surprised that worked in the first place, but hey. Do what it do. Persimmon-like heart of a great serpent. Gross! Alright. Fair enough. I guess that makes a certain amount of sense. But, like, hey, that actually, worked. Get out of the way. Okay, final boss time. This boss is 3 distinct phases, and the third one is the hardest of all 3. You have to go through each one every single time you do it. Needless to say, I hate that sort of thing. It happened all the way back in the first DLC for Dark Souls 3, and it was just kind of obnoxious. Oh well. Get there when you do. First off, fighting Emma. Emma is honestly kind of easy, and after you like learn all the deflections and figure out that you can just umbrella away any point in time she tries to use the Ashina Cross, like this, it pretty much comes down to just come on, die already. I got that third phase that I need to get through. Boy, I saw that scene so many times. It's too bad, because, you know, she's a pretty notable character, and you'd think that killing the Firekeeper would be a little bit more than just a preamble to the real boss fight.
Sekiro yo. お主、愛想はまるでないが、不思議と憎めぬやつじゃった。さあ、修羅に落ちる前に切ってやろう。
I think we all saw that coming, especially me, who, like, said it over and over during the playthrough. Anyway, I don't really think there's any reason given as to why the arena started on fire, but whatever. So he has got all his classic moves. He's got the Ashina Cross. He's got the Ichimonji. He also has a special ability to dodge your attacks. Like the first time you try hitting him here, he'll kind of do a little sidestep and then try to do a retaliatory strike. It's a unique thing to this boss as far as I can tell, because usually if you hit an enemy, they either deflect or take the damage. Well, anyway, Ichimonji, it's kind of nice to know that the amount of time that I've been using it has made it so that I can very easily counter it here and then just smack him with it instead. And the cross, you can deflect it with the umbrella, much like I was doing with Emma, but I think just outranging it and then going for an Ichimonji when he gets close to you is a little bit better. Just wait 1 second and bam, bam. Pretty satisfying. Unfortunately, he doesn't attack fast enough that you can take him down with relatively little vitality gone like Emma. So, I mean, even if you are trying to be very... Oh, I got hit by that. Generally, you can avoid it. It's just kind of rough. At least he sets himself up for a nice counter right here. Or heal. Oh, yes, and watch out. If you're healing, he will try to dash towards you. Which, I mean, to be expected, but still. Try to create a big distance between them before you try going for a quick sippy. And there. Yeah, about halfway down on vitality is when you can start being very aggressive. Oh, I can't believe I got hit by that a second time. Yeah. And this time I was actually using the resurrections for once. I mean, I usually don't really like that mechanic. I think it's a little bit, like an excuse for them making bosses really, really tough because, hey, you got the ability to resurrect yourself. But here, I was just getting so sick of this fight that I was doing it anyway. And all right. Okay, final phase. When you get down one death blow, he becomes very serious. Oh yeah, you didn't know? Ishin is a fire wizard. He can cast fire spells. Why? I have no idea. It makes all of his attacks much more dangerous, much harder to deflect. Ichimonji's still pretty punishable, but it's like, what is... Look, I know this game is pretty fantastic and everything, but not to the point that you can just have this old man pull out the ability to cast fire spells for no reason. And like I said, the fact that you have to... that attack you can deflect, but you kind of have to not be dead for that to work. Yeah, I know this thing is fantastic, but it's just like him turning out to be a Lord of Cinder for no reason. He's an accomplished swordsman. I mean, they said that many a time, and he's definitely proven that so far. But Fire Wizard, I don't think was in his repertoire. So, I don't know. Maybe it's just supposed to be a Gwyn or, well, Lord of Cinder reference, but whatever. Anyway, thankfully, I had a lot of pretty easy to dodge attacks here. If he picks up his leg to stomp down... here's the deflect. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you gotta wait, and then that last strike. That move is called One Mind. It is, in Japanese, pronounce it Ishin. So, he said the thing. He did it. Anyway, yeah, if he stomps up, if he starts picking up his feet to stomp, then he's gonna do a big wave of fire. If he kind of sheathes his blade and, like, summons more fire on the ground, then he's going to do his One Mind attack. There we go. And deflect, and deflect one more time. Oh, well, whatever. His health is down enough, and I still have enough charges that I'll be able to do this. And after the fight, you get that attack yourself, which is pretty neat. Obviously something you can't really use until New Game Plus, but... Hey, I mean, it's at least cool as kind of a novelty, if nothing else. Or if you're going to be doing New Game Plus. I am not. I was hoping he was going to go for the Nikiri counterable move there. Yeah, I am going to be starting up a new save file for the other ending here. And at this point in time, I am probably going to be going for whatever the hardest to get ending is. I think the time of being blind is done.
Sekiro よ。来てやれぬか。待たせたの。だがこちらの守備も上々じゃ。しかし老いたりとはいえ、あの一心に勝るとは。さすがはわしのせがれじゃの。これで全て我が手の中よ。アシナもナイフどももこの国ごと食ろうてくれるわ。我薄いウコンザエ。なぜお前がシュラ。
違う、そなたはそなたはシュラではない。
兵士、民草合わせて死者数千。生き残りはほとんどなし。アシナは戦国最も悲惨な殺戮の舞台となり、その地には後々まで鬼が潜んだという。